Good morning, Professor Gaspar Perez and classmate. Today, we are going to present our charla number 2. The members of the group are Shaban Ruth, Lopez Heixel, Reluz Jose, Rico Michel, and my person, Reina Chandler. In this occasion, also, we are going to talk about topic of nutrition. In this slide, you can see who is going to talk about every topic.
Importance of nutrition during pregnancy. Nutrition during pregnancy plays a crucial role in the health of both mother and fetus. A balanced and adequate diet not only helps prevent complications during pregnancy, but also ensures the proper development of the baby. Benefits for the mother and fetus. Fetal growth and development. Proteins are essential for the growth of the baby's tissues and organs, including the brain. Protein also important for increase the blood volume and the development of uterine and mammary structures. Folic acids. Adequate intake of folic acid before and during the pregnancy significantly reduce the risk of neural tubes defects and the fetus, such as spina bifida. Iron is essential for the production of hemoglobin, the protein in the red blood cells that transports oxygen to the cells. Calcium and vitamin D. These are crucial for the development of strong bones and teeth in the fetus. Calcium also in the functionality of the circulatory and muscular and nervous system. Maternal health, weight management. A balanced diet helps the mother gain weight in a healthy way, which can prevent complications such as gestational diabetes and hypertension. Energy and wellness. Complex carbohydrates and healthy fats provide the energy needed to support the physical and hormonal change during pregnancy. Prevention of complications. Proper nutrition can reduce the risk of conditions such as preeclampsia, anemia, and preterm labor. Consequence of poor nutrition. First, problems for the fetus like intrauterine growth restriction, birth defects, and developmental problems. Second, problems for the mother like anemia, for iron deficiency, that is a common cause of anemia in pregnancy, preeclampsia, lack of certain nutrients such as calcium and protein has been associated with an increased risk of development preeclampsia. And digestive problems, a diet poor in fiber can lead to digestive problems such as constipation. General recommendations for proper nutrition. First, balanced diet. Food variety include a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and dairy products. Micronutrients. Ensure adequate intake of essential vitamins and minerals either through diet or through prenatal supplements. Hydration. Drinking enough water is crucial to maintain good hydration and support additionally functions during pregnancy. 2. Meal planning. Meal frequency. Eating several small meals throughout the day can help maintain stable energy levels and reduce nausea. Avoiding risk foods. Refrain from eating foods that may contain pathogens or toxins, such as raw or undercooked meats, seafood, raw seafood, certain unpasteurized cheeses, and foods high in mercury. 3. Medical consultations and nutritional counseling, like regular visits. Make regular visits with obstetrician or nutritionists specializing in pregnancy to monitor health status. And supplements. Follow medical recommendations for vitamins and mineral supplements, ensuring that they are taken in proper doses. Recommended foods during pregnancy. First, fruits and vegetables has benefits like high in vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Second, lean proteins has benefits like important for growth and development of the fetus. 3. Whole grains that has benefits like source of sustained energy and fiber. 4. Dairy has benefits of essential for development of baby bones and teeth. 5. Healthy fats that has benefits like crucial for brain development of the fetus. 6. Nutritional supplements like folic acid that has benefit with prevent neural tube defects. Iron prevents anemia. Calcium important for bone formation, and omega-3 beneficial for brain development. Foods to avoid. First, raw seafood and fish with high mercury content may contain bacteria and parasites, as well as high levels of mercury, which can damage the nervous system of the fetus. Second, undercooked meats and eggs may contain bacteria such as Salmonella and Listeria. 3. Soft and unpasteurized cheeses. Risk of contamination with Listeria. 4. Excessive caffeine may increase the risk of miscarriage and low birth weight. Alcohol may cause fetal alcohol syndrome, which includes physical, behavioral, and learning problems. 6. Food high in sugar and saturated fats contributes contributes to excessive weight gain and can cause health problems such as gestational diabetes. 7. Foods and beverages with artificial sweeteners. Some artificial sweeteners are not recommended during pregnancy due to their unknown effects.
Lactation is the process of producing milk from your mammary glands to feed your babies, and almost all mammals do it. The lactation process typically begins in pregnancy and continues until you stop expressing milk. Although it's most common to lactate during pregnancy and after giving birth, it's possible to induce lactation outside of this condition. Breast milk usually consists of 87% water, 7% carbohydrate, 3.8% of fats, and 1% of proteins, and this is like 65 to 75 calories per 100 millimeter portion. Unlike baby formula, breast milk varies in calories, content, and composition. Your breast milk changes during each feeding and throughout the lactation period until it meets your baby's needs. Milk production is responsive to maternal states of well-being. Thus, stress and fatigue adversely affects women's milk supply. The mechanism for this effect is the downregulation of the milk synthesis with increased levels of dopamine, norepinephrine, or both, which inhibit prolactin synthesis. That this is the key for a successful lactation. There are four stages in lactation. The first one is mammogenesis, that is when the mammary growth occurs. The size and weight of the breast increase. Then we have lactogenesis, that is the most important phase. This one includes all processes necessary to transform the mammary gland from its undifferentiated state in early pregnancy to its fully differentiated state sometimes after pregnancy. This differentiated state allows lactation to occur. In the first stage, we have that it can occur mid pregnancy when the mammary gland becomes competent to secrete milk. Lactose, that's the total protein, and immunoglobulin concentration increase within the secreted glandular fluid. whereas sodium and chloride concentrations decrease. The gland is now sufficiently differentiated to secrete milk, as evidenced by the fact that women often describe this as drops of colostrum on their nipples in the second or third trimester. However, high circulation of levels of progesterone and estrogen hold the secretion of milk in check. The stage number two of lactogenesis occurs around the time of delivery. It is defined as the onset of copious milk secretion due to a rapid drop in progesterone secondary to the removal of the placenta, as well as increased levels of prolactin, cortisol, and insulin. Citrate levels are also increased during lactogenesis, and this increase is considered as a reliable marker for the second stage of lactogenesis. During this second stage, the breast becomes capable of milk production. For the ongoing synthesis and secretion of human milk, the mammary gland must receive the hormonal signals. These signals, which are in direct response to stimulation of the nipple and the areola, are then relayed to the central nervous system. Then we have the galactopoiesis stage, that this one is later than 9 days after birth to the beginning of involution. Is when the established secretion is maintained and the autocrine system control continues. And the last stage is involution. This is this lasts an average of 40 days after the last breastfeeding. The milk secretion decreases from the buildup of inhibit peptides. There are two hormones involved in the milk ejection. These are prolactin and oxytocin. Oxytocin is released when the infant suckling creates afferent impulses that stimulate the posterior pituitary gland. We know that prolactin is instrumental in the establishment and maintenance of breast milk supply. It is also important for the mobilization of maternal micronutrients for breast milk. Near the fifth week of pregnancy, the level of circulation of prolactin begins to increase and eventually rising to approximately 10 to 20 times the pre pregnancy concentration. When the infant suckles, sensory nerve fibers in the areola trigger a neuroendocrine reflex that results in milk secretion from lactocytes into the alveoli. The posterior pituitary releases oxytocin, which stimulates myoepithelial cells to squeeze milk from the alveoli so it can drain into the lactiferous ducts, collect in the lactiferous sinuses, and discharge through the nipple pores. It takes less than a minute from the time when an infant begins sucking, the latent period, until the milk is secreted, the let down period. The prolactin mediated synthesis of milk changes with time. Frequent milk removal by breastfeeding or pumping will maintain high circulating prolactin levels for several months. However, even when continued breastfeeding, baseline prolactin will decrease over time to its pre pregnancy level. In addition to prolactin, oxytocin, that's the growth hormone, cortisol, parathyroid hormone, and insulin contribute to lactation in part by facilitating the transport of maternal amino acids, fatty acids, glucose, and calcium to breast milk. Human milk, in addition to its numerous nutrients that make it an ideal food source for the growing term infant, is a bioactive fluid that evolves from colostrum to mature milk as the infant matures. This bioactive fluid contains numerous factors and live cells that in concert promote the growth and well-being of a breastfeeding infant. This is why we have to promote breastfeeding and lactation until the infant is about 2 years old. Mother's milk is the best milk. There's a reason why hunger levels may be at an all time high when women are breastfeeding. Creating breast milk is demanding on their bodies and they require an extra overall calories intake and larger amount of specific nutrients. In fact, health experts have estimated that during breastfeeding, women need an energy intake of almost 500 more calories of their normal diet. They also need to increase these specific nutrients: protein, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin B12, selenium, and zinc. This is why eating a variety of nutrient-dense food and whole foods is so important for their health and also for their baby health. They can choose foods that contains macro and micronutrients. For example, foods that they have to prioritize: fish and seafood, meat and poultry, fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, fiber-rich starch like potatoes and cassava, dark chocolate, tofu, and kimchi. Also, they can eat healthy fats like avocado. Foods that they have to avoid are caffeine, alcohol, and cow's milk. About 1% of the caffeine they consume is transferred to the breast milk, and babies take much longer to metabolize caffeine than adults do. So, if they take caffeinated beverage such as coffee, this can harm the baby's sleep. Alcohol can also make its way into the breast milk, and this can also affect the sleep schedules of the babies because they can feel more agitated. When you are not covering your nutrition expectations during lactation, supplementation is always a good choice. Also, taking multivitamins can increase your intake of important vitamins and minerals. Although a diet is the most important factor in nutrition during breastfeeding, there is no question that taking supplements can definitely help you. Hydration is also very important. It will vary depending on factors such as the mother's activity levels or dietary intake, but there's always a recommendation that you should always drink water until you satisfy your thirstiness and you have quenched your thirst.
Adolescence is a stage of human development that spans from 10 to 19 years old. During this phase, adolescents experience significant psychical, emotional, and social change. Proper nutrition is essential to support rapid growth and cognitive and emotional development. A balanced diet helps prevent short and long-term health problems. Strategies to improve nutrition in adolescents: nutritional education. Programs in schools and communities that teach the importance of a balanced diet. Workshop and talks for parents and teenagers. Promotion of physical activity. Integrate regular exercise into your daily routine. School and extracurricular sport activities. Macronutrients: proteins necessary for muscle growth and tissue repair. Recommended source including meat, fish, eggs, legumes, and nuts. Carbohydrates: main source of energy. It's important to avoid complex carbohydrates such as whole grain, fruits, and vegetables. Fats essential for brain development and the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Healthy fats include olive oil, avocado, nut, and fat fish. Micronutrients: vitamins A, D, E, and K. B complex vitamins help in metabolism and energy production. Minerals: iron, calcium, zinc, and magnesium support the immune system and muscle function. Healthy eating habits: balanced meals, including a variety of food at each meal to ensure intake of necessary nutrition. Common nutritional problems: malnutrition, undernourishment, deficiencies of calorie and essential nutrients that can lead to development problems, overeating, excessive calories that can result in obesity and other health problems, eating disorder, anorexia nervosa, extreme restrictions of calorie intake, bulimia nervosa, episodes of binge eating followed by poor eating, binge eating disorder, consuming large amount of food in a short time.
Nutrients are the chemicals found in food that our bodies need to carry out their daily functions. These nutrients fall into two main categories: macro and micronutrients. Macronutrients are the nutrients that we need in largest quantity to provide our body energy or calories and to support the daily functions of the body. On the other hand, micronutrients are the nutrients that we need in smaller amounts, but that also are important to our health or for maintain our health. There are three types of macronutrients: fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. The sources of carbohydrates are fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, sugary foods, and others. Carbohydrates are very important because they are the main or principal source of energy of our bodies, and they include starches, sugars, and dietary fiber. Proteins are essential for growth, repair, and to keep body tissues. The sources of proteins are eggs, chickens, meat, tofu, and others. Fats are very important because they help us with vitamin absorption and also providing reserve of energy of our body. The sources of fats are nuts, seeds, avocado oil, olive oil, and others. On the other hand, we have micronutrients such as vitamins and minerals. The sources of vitamin are fruits, vegetables, dairy products, and others. Vitamins are very important for growth and development, and also for the correct functioning of immune system and for others body systems. We have vitamins like vitamin C, vitamin E, B vitamins, and others. In the case of minerals, minerals are very important inorganic elements. They are vital for many kind or many functions of our body. And the sources of mineral are also fruit, vegetables, whole grains, dairy products, and others. We have minerals like calcium, potassium, magnesium, iron, and others. Nutrients are very important to keep a good health and to preventing diseases. Also, it's important that to obtain a balanced diet, you should eat foods with a good mix of macro and micronutrients. Also, we have to consider the individual dietary needs based on factors such as age, sex, activity levels, and health conditions. In this case, it's important to know that you can looking for a nutritionist that can help you with this topic. And in my last slide, you can see examples of healthy food such as fruits, nuts and seeds, vegetables, and meat. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ruth Chavans. I talk about diabetes. A diagnosis of diabetes or pre-diabetes means that insulin in your body is not doing its job adequately. Insulin is a hormone that moves sugar from your bloodstream into the cell of your body, among other functions. It acts like a key opening a door to the cell, so to speak, and allowing nutrients inside. When insulin arrives at the cell's surface and opens the door, glucose is able to enter the cell, which uses it for power. If for some reason your body is not making insulin, the result is rising blood glucose level. Similarly, your blood glucose rises if your cell resists insulin action. The key goes in the lock, but the door will not open. Over the long run, high blood glucose level can damage your nerves, eyes, kidneys, and other parts of your body. Type 1 diabetes. It used to be called childhood onset or insulin-dependent diabetes. In type 1 diabetes, something has damaged the pancreas' ability to produce insulin. That is caused by the body's immune system or white blood cells that are supposed to fight bacteria and viruses. These cells ought to protect you, but instead they have attacked the cell of the pancreas, destroying its ability to produce insulin. Type 2 diabetes used to be called adult onset diabetes or something non-insulin dependent diabetes. Most people with this form of disease still produce insulin. The problem is that their cells resist it. Insulin strives to bring glucose into the cell, but the cell responds like a door with a malfunctioning lock. In response to these sluggish cells, your body produces more and more insulin, trying to overcome the resistance.